Traditionally, it comes from large mining industry applications, such as kind of BP, or big civil projects such as Changi Airport. But we are bringing it to a manufacturing and supply chain space. It could essentially fit any industry that you could draw in a process map. Key differences between a digital twin and other products that exist is, one is a digital twin will always give a feasible solution. So it takes into account all limitations that will change the output and has the capability to include all business and process rules. The other thing is it allows you to implement variability into its calculation. So you do not end up with a static linear model, which essentially will give you outputs that are not realistic. Return on investment on a digital twin will come through planning, scheduling, efficiencies, and be driven through cost to deliver your product. We offer lots of different remuneration packages and partnering, including risk-based payment due to improvements in, for example, dollar per kilo. I'd say the golden solution for a digital twin is planning and scheduling in real time using real data sources, but it can be very applicable to capital project management, designing your factory in a digital environment before putting any costs down. You could do budgeting and costing through it, so effectively running your entire budget process through your digital twin. It could look at line, factory and supply chain design, so helping optimize your assets in a digital environment using thousands of years worth of data rather than 6 or 3 months worth. Generally speaking, the data to drive a digital twin already exists in your business. You can go as complex as you want, but our recommendation is always to tap into the data sources that already exist to leverage your digital twin and build complexity after you have your core product. The data sources that you need typically would be everything from your ERP, plus any of your manufacturing information that you have available. The question I would ask is, with your current planning system, do you have the ability to run what-if scenario modeling? So can you run a year's worth of planning and change all of your variables and change your different scenarios? But on the other side, the digital twin capability offers you what's best. So rather than understanding what the question is and challenging the question, is understanding what your targets and your restrictions would be, and then allowing the software to find the best solution for you without really knowing what that question was. Everyone's business is complicated, and a digital twin is designed to deal with your complexities. The way that a digital twin software that we're using is very powerful. It's an off-the-shelf solution with the ability to mimic bespoke logic within. So your digital twin will mimic the complexities of your processes and your business, and will take all of that into account so that when you run it, you get a feasible outcome. The other side is we leverage, and this is where Pollen comes to the table, we would leverage our consulting team and knowledge and skill sets to cut through the complexity you see in your business and truly understand where that complexity lies and what is important to make sure we replicate in a digital environment. The first thing to understand when you're consolidating a site is, how is that going to work? What capital do you need? What assets do you need? How are you operationally going to run it? Where are there efficiencies and changes in processes that you can implement to make the whole thing cost effective? You could leverage digital twin to run all of that information first in a digital environment before you ever change it, lay any plans or lay any costs down. The thing a digital twin will allow you to do is it will allow you to design your entire consolidation in a digital environment, challenge the variability, and understand where are the key pinch points which will blow out your costs or blow out your design principles. Absolutely. In a digital twin, you could plan all the way down to individual assets, labor, whatever it is that you'd like to plan within, whatever complexity level is required, you could plan down to. It is a minute-by-minute simulation modeling solution. So really allows you to take full control of your planning rather than breaking it down into kind of hourly buckets. Leveraging a digital twin can be done for multiple ways. It can be looking to reduce costs, minimize risk. Ultimately, it will be driving your customer service because that will be a key KPI from your business, and we would set up the digital twin to ensure that we can optimize to meet customer service. Additionally, it'll give you insights as to where customer service in the future may be at risk and allow you to have a conversation with your clients 3-4 weeks in advance rather than telling them you've missed. Lots of digital twin applications only look at assets, materials, and costs. We believe one of the most effective digital twin usage is to implement labor scheduling as well. And that goes down to, yes, the number of people in which areas do I need them, but can also take into account capability of your team and ensure that when you do not have specific skill sets on a given day, that the plan would reflect that that's not available and therefore not utilize those areas or assets. Absolutely. The models that we're building at the moment will allow you to run 10 years worth of demand through a model within minutes. The digital twin will be based on real world data, but the golden egg digital twin will essentially use live data sources as its inputs. So we would tap into your existing systems and any live information that you have available, meaning that the digital twin is using what is current to allow you to plan. There's many ways you can integrate a digital twin. Probably the first step would be that you'd use what we would call an offline model. So you'd output data from different systems and then you'd leverage those outputs as an input to the digital twin. However, the digital twin design is such that it could tap into any system that you have within your business, and it would have a live link from those systems into the digital twin. The complexity in a digital twin is in the architecture. That's where we've invested our capability to ensure that we can do that. The actual usability of a digital twin is very, very simple. It's simply setting up different scenarios, different what if within the software, and also changing inputs and drag and drop on your planning capability. Using a digital twin is simple. Building a digital twin is where we would come to the table.